Welcome back, family. This is your boy D. For all you smart and intelligent folks out there, listen, that just simply means Ed. Today, I got another hot one for you, family. I just went and cooked this thing up for you, and now I'm serving you the main course. Today's main course is entitled, What is Hypercare in Project Management? You see, I had to do the head back like this. What is Hypercare in Project Management? Family, I'm going to do two things for you. First, we're going to outline what is hypercare. And then I'm going to give you my framework of when I'm leading a implementation project. Some of the things I'm not going to cover everything in here, but I want to give you some high level steps to help and encourage you if you ever have to make an implementation on something and you have to leverage hypercare. So first, let's unpack what is hypercare. So basically, hypercare is the ideology. Okay, I won't know, I'm just messing with. Yeah, hypercare is the ideology of being able to provide uh, support when, let's say, in for my case, I'm using implementation. Let's say we have something that's being implemented that's going to go live. Hypercare is to be able to be the pre and post support. So pre meaning that before we get ready to make a decision if we're gonna do this or not, let's look at everything again, go over everything. Okay, cool, everything looks good. All right, bet, let's go. Now post is everything when everything implemented. All right, let's see if we have any issues coming out of the implementation that actually occurs. So again, hypercare from a high level is being able to build systems and processes to support the implementation that you are actually implementing, if that makes any sense. That's a lot of words there. All right, let me give you guys my framework of how I look at when I get ready to do a hypercare. First of all, I document all of the go live activities. So I get all the activities from all the resources that are responsible. That basically the project team. So if they're responsible for any aspects, meaning the pre-staging, the actual implementation, or the anything after the implementation, I make sure I get all of those tasks, and then I sort them out by. I document them and sort them out by pre, go live, and then post, and I keep them all in three different columns. So then the next thing what I do is once I get everything, all the tasks with people's name associated with them, and I understand the different sections. So let's say that from in a cross-functional team, I'm working with HR, accounting, and let's say legal. Let's use those three: accounting, HR, and legal. So I may say, okay, HR and legal, I'm gonna do a call with you guys. I want you to bring your resources that's going to be able to speak to these items, and I want to make sure that I got this documented properly and when these are actually about to occur. Boom, have that meeting, and then take all of those tasks and then upload them into my actual schedule. Again, I know it's an extra step, I know it's extra work, but I want to make sure I'm precise on what I'm doing. And sometimes I may even just create just a go no go project schedule separate from the original schedule. And the only reason why I do that because I want to make sure I don't miss anything. Third point, what I'll do is I'll create a hypercare bridge that will be able to. Well, I'll actually work with my desk support team to make sure that we have a hypercare bridge in place that will all be able to address voice as well as text. A lot of people forget the text aspect, and when I say text, I mean being able to leverage something like a Teams and having that bridge available, and where someone that maybe they're unable to talk on the voice, but they can chat. So just being able to leverage the chat feature in Teams or anything else that you use where you use for chat. So I always make sure that I have two bridges, a voice and a chat bridge available for the end user just in case of anything could actually happen before we actually, get ready to make the actual implementation. The day of the implementation, I make sure we have a go or no go meeting. Go or no go. So how this works is we bring all of the responsible parties that are going to have that are responsible for making sure that this success of the implementation happens. So I go around the call and I try to figure out if there's anything we need to be concerned about, any issues. Is there anything that we forgot? We go over the activity list or the different tasks that needs to be done in order to make this happen and to make sure everyone is in agreement. Once everyone is in agreement, I say, hey, this is what's going to happen. Is if everyone is in agreement, I go around and ask each individual that's on that call. I don't just assume and say, well, since I didn't hear anything from anybody, I think we're good. No. Hey, John, are you good with, can I get a thumbs up to go live? For the go live? Yep. Hey, Barbara, can I get a thumbs up for the go live? Yes. All right, Becky, what about you? Can I get a thumbs up? Yes. And I just go around. I don't care if it's 30 people, I'm going to go around because what I want to do is I want to be able to document everybody that told me yes, because what could happen, family, and this is just a bonus, I wasn't even thinking I was going to speak to this, is that what could happen is that someone can say, well, I wasn't part of the go live, or I don't remember that, or you remember that raid log that I told you about? This is where you want to put that decision in that raid log that, hey, on our no go call, we identified that we all made a decision that we're going to go live and be able to, and so you want to document that with the names of the people that were actually on the call. And if there were some resources that should have been on the call that weren't on the call, again, this is an extra step, but I would try my best to get in contact with them before you actually make the implementation of trying to set up another meeting with them before the time is for the change. Because if you don't, again, you could get pushback. That could happen once something does go wrong. Then they'll say, well, why you didn't talk with me? And you was like, well, I scheduled a meeting, you didn't show up. So be careful of that, family. My last and final thing is once everything has happened, the implementation has happened, I always want to make sure that I send out an email correspondent to let the project team as well as the sponsor, I should just say basically the project team, know that either the implementation was a success or it was a failure. And just kind of, if it's a success, just kind of give some highlights of why it was successful, and then if it was a failure, or I hate using the word failure, but an area of opportunity, then I want to put all the things that the opportunities there that we could have done better, and then what we plan to do going forward. So that is more intense when it doesn't go well, because you first want to always make sure that you identify what were the issues or what were the things that forced this thing to get, as we call it, roll back, meaning we couldn't implement the thing, so now we got to roll back. Why did that happen? You want to make sure you talk with your team to document that appropriately. Then after that, you want to find out what is the way forward. So how are we going to move forward from this? We understood what happened. So how do we move forward so we can have success next time? And then you start the process all over from the beginning again, meaning then you have another go no go call. That go or no go call has been the foundation for me, family. If I didn't have that go no go call prior to implementation, it really sometimes I found out on that call that there were supposed to be some certain person. I don't know why I'm missing that. When I had that go or no go call, there were certain people that should have been on that call that I wasn't aware of, and then someone brought it up, was like, hey, why is Jan not on this call? I'm like, oh, Jan needs to be here. Then I'll reach out to her. Hey, Jan, do you think, I know it's last minute, would you be able to join that call? We need your expertise. So that's why it's important to actually have a go or no go call. So family, I hope you enjoyed today's content. Hope you got something out of it today. I'm your boy ED. Until next time, I'm out.